cameras.
There is, but yeah.
Can you make me a moderator so I can...
I don't know if I can, but I can try.
It's so they can do it on the chat, Chris.
Church
I am putting it on chat just so it flags up and I can pin stuff.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Hello, everybody, by the way, in the world out there.
Dad, did you print Tony's sheet?
Fun?
Did you print Tony's sheet?
Ah, cripes. Luckily, I have bought spare cat sheets to fill in. Sorry about this, big mistake.
I've got the PDF still in the chat log.
Brilliant, that'll still work, so I'm sorry about that. Amanda, who's got the...
I've put the black folder in there, yeah.
Pass that down to Law, there's loads of spare stuff in there, so...
Here you go.
You'll be fine. The first, 10 minutes is just like us getting warmed up. Really sorry about that,
No, it's fine as long as this HDMI
Hectic AF.
Sure.
Wi-Fi's just slow.
No worries. Anyone who's out there watching in internet land, we're going to be staring at my face for a few minutes while I just sort some things out. So if you don't like that, well, I'll use a swear word in a moment to tell you exactly what I think of it.
Yeah, it's on
The stream should be a couple of minutes behind us, because that's the way it
Is it
tends
slightly
to be.
behind? Oh,
Yeah.
Tony, that's
Oh,
beautiful!
oh,
yeah.
Oh,
Bravo! Tony, there's your...
It's not sort of flickering blue, but never mind.
It doesn't need
There's
to.
your
That
badge.
is
Do you want me to
more
put it
than
on
we
for
could
you?
have ever hoped for, to be honest.
Your
It's
badge.
a wonderful world we live in. I'll go over how we've
Law,
done so
point
far
your
with
badge, your
all the
standee that way.
money
Yeah.
and shit in a moment.
Dawn, can you turn
If
yours
there's anyone
around?
watching from church, I do
So I can
apologise
see
about
you.
the amount of swearing I'll be doing. I'll try and keep it to less than
He's
one
a sentient
second.
slime puddle.
It's not actually looks.
Gonna fail miserably.
I am going to fail miserably, young bandit.
That or my mother.
At least it's not the
That's the
lowest
front
Hamilton
tab of the
one.
knitted.
That's fine.
I should point out
Oh, he's
we
in
are
the
not,
beer mug.
we are
Oh,
not
the sugar-free
sponsored by
version.
Pepsi, so if anyone wants to drink the Pepsi, please feel free. They're not decorative.
We're not sponsored by
No.
Not yet.
Yes.
Ringing your bell.
And,
Right,
Right, I'm going to ring my bell.
and...
I'm going to start winding up these
Right,
clockwork.
I don't think I can do the set I don't think I can change the moderation options.
No.
Sorry about that. I'll try and do it later on though, so job done. Okay, so for anyone who may be watching, or one of you,
Claire's
hello.
letting us know that we're very echoey.
That does not surprise me. I'll just check that we don't have multiple microphones turned on, because we might have. Okay, testing. Can you hear me, Mother?
I'm turning this up. I was keeping it turned down, so...
Yeah. Actually, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That'll do. Okay. So, for the members of the team, that's the directional microphone in the middle there. It should pick us all up without a problem. The camera's here. I can set it to basically focus on any one of us individually when it's time. So, for anyone who's watching, this is a part crowdfunding, part going out with sponsor forms, raising money to put some more money into the church, Mary Magdalene and Medemsley, where we play. We'll also be giving a percentage of proceeds to shelter as well. If you want to donate, there is in the top, that flips my finger, there it goes. There is a little thing here, you can scan it with your phone, give us money. If you give us money and you let us know on TikTok or Twitch or any of the other channels, and it's an amount more than, let's say, 7 pence, I'll make our team do something absolutely ridiculous and entertaining, basically for my entertainment, because I'm cruel and unpleasant. And with that, I am going to introduce you to the team.
What's the password for the internet again?
What's that?
Password for the internet?
Testament, lowercase, it's written in the corner there on the piece of paper.
Testament.
But don't blow my internet out, because I'm using it all for streaming, young sir, and church internet is not the best internet. Sorry, church, but it isn't. Right, so with that, we have got the members of our team who play with our team Critical Fail. Well, the first person I'm going to introduce you to is the lovely Amanda, and from now on will be known as Galinda the Gnome. And here goes the camera, look at it go. Oh, hello Belinda. Oh, look at that. I like the fact that this flippin' gnome here, may as well look at that. Belinda, what do you play?
Hi, I'm a water elemental.
Of course you are, you look
You can
just
see.
like one.
Sorcerer level 3. But I am in disguise as a gnome.
You are. And
I've got a shop in Spindlebury,
Yeah.
which is a shop called the Tummy Medicine Shop for Gnomes What Don't Feel Good with Purry Tummies.
That's beautiful.
Jam Emporium and Top Tinctures.
That's fantastic. Okay, well, I know that you have an underlying quest to try and assist your good friend Wobble the Frog, who is having all sorts of issues at the moment with health and safety standards.
It's the gnome's fault.
Yeah, and
Gnome's
believes
fault.
it's the gnome's fault. So with that, can we please turn to our beautiful angelic friend here, Mikkel, who I always mispronounce wrongly, and I'm just going to adjust my camera. That is a glorious, glorious sight, to be quite honest there, Mikkel. Would you care to tell us a little bit about your character?
Well, I'm Mikkel, and I'm actually an Azimar. I'm an unusual Azimar. I'm 3 foot tall. I'm dressed in dark blue studded leather with a dark blue hood
Glorious.
with a light blue flickering off and on halo, luminous blue eyes,
Lovely.
silvery white skin, and the wings you occasionally see when they decide to come out, effectively. Unusual for an Azimar, I suppose, in that I am a bit of a rogue. I am very, very dexterous and know how to use my hands in certain circumstances. But everyone is just as you would expect with this. There's a natural aura of goodness. You feel it flow over you from me. But you just have to watch your pockets. I can pick pockets with it before they're even open.
A wonderfully honest character, I believe, Mikkel.
And I have a reputation. I rob from the rich and give to the poor. That's how I am. I'm probably the only known Azimar rogue in the realm.
Yes.
Because we don't normally do that sort of thing.
With a broad range of definitions for the word poor, I believe. Okay, so with that, let's go and see.
Oh, I think we've crashed.
Oh, don't worry, it'll come back up again. It'll crash, it'll come back, it'll crash, it'll come back. But that's okay, because our next member of our team is, quite frankly, probably one of my favourite members of the team, I've got to say. I'm not wishing to be rude, because you're playing Rusk, aren't you?
Yes, I'm playing Rusk, who is a mimic.
I like
And
Rusk.
she's been living on a healthy diet of gnome.
Yeah, Rusk, normally I wouldn't let anyone roleplay a mimic, but yeah, it does look like this mindless mimic that just wants to consume people. That it would be hard really to not let you anymore. So, yeah. So, as I recall our first introduction to you, you'd been working as a door, I believe.
Yes, I was working as a door.
That's right, yeah.
And I'm currently working in the elderly gnome's home
That's
as
right.
a door.
That's right, yes. And funnily enough, the costs in there have been dropping drastically, much to the delight of the mayor. So I think we're very, very, very happy with how that's going. Okay, so with that, let's go over to our next player, and the stream should be working. If it's not, then, you know, crying time. But I'm very excited to welcome the newest, but certainly one of the more experienced members of our team. And this is the lovely, well, I'm going to call you Jean-Pierre, although that's not technically your character's full name.
No, it is not. Jean-Pierre is a half-orc, very much decked out in the gleaming knight's attire, polished breastplate you can see your own face in. There's a tiny little copper bow tie that it looks like he's just taken like some kind of copper utensil with a rock and just mashed it until it's vaguely bow tie shaped, and then curved it over the top of the gorget. Large, very ornate two-handed greatsword on his back and a tabard with the sigil of Bahamut on it. And then the cloak he's had embellished further to have wind patterns under a rising dragon's wings, and the wind is shaped vaguely like two elderly hands that are lifting the dragon.
That's beautiful. And I've read your character's backstory. You put an awful lot of work into it.
That was 23 minutes.
Yep, 23 minutes more than a lot of us put into our backstory, to be fair. And
I think I did mine on night shift.
we are going to enjoy your quite serious half-orc paladin, I think, in the team. I think I'm looking forward to introducing, because you haven't actually played with the rest of the team yet, so we do have a very serious and atmospheric piece where you will be introduced to the party that we're all going to enjoy. So Thank you for joining us, Tony. Thank you for helping us raise money for charity, and you're an all-round splendid chap, and we like you. Right then, so with that, let's go to something that I couldn't believe turned up today, and look at that face, sweet Mary, mother of God. This, ladies and gentlemen,
It gets worse.
oh, it does get worse.
Wow.
I just had, oh,
Wow.
That is considerably worse.
yeah, that, it looks like you're going to get robbed.
It looks like he's already torn
I'm
his
not
zipper
sure
out
what
of
to
the
make of this,
mattress.
but nonetheless, this is. Tell you what, you just tell us all about.
Hello,
Oh dear.
I am Magic the Tortoise. I am a turtle of the Kroll variant.
You are.
My story is quite well known to the gnomes of the area.
The gnomes love you for some
They love
weird
me.
reason.
Right. It didn't. My legend didn't become with heroism.
Yes, but
It became with snacks.
yes,
I'm a simple tinkerer by trade, but once I attempted to make the world's first self-heating and sorting crisps, but the dispenser went a bit mad and whistle pop, and it was catastrophic.
it was.
Flaming cheese flavoured crisps rained from the sky
As they never should.
with spontaneous bag explosions rained the village. A rogue mechanism, snack golem, ravaged the places, and I had to leave.
It's working still.
But because I saved the gnomes, they gave me a special weapon known as the Clockwork Maul. So bombastic that
Really
I
fantastic.
will defend the gnomes to the last.
Hang on a second. I just need to-
Does it move still?
No, it's danced.
Just 1 second, everybody, because I need to get to.
Ah, that is the great gnomish wall.
There we go. Oh,
It's the
yeah,
camera.
always. Right, so 7. There we go. Oh, there he is. Hi. Oh, there. We've all been looking forward to seeing you, our beautiful frog friend. Would you like to tell us a little bit about the one we call Wobble?
Well, I'm Wobble Gobble. I'm a very drunk fighter. I was a baker, and all because of the gnomes I lost my business, so
It wasn't because of the gnomes, it was because you used to fall asleep in the food.
prove it. It was the gnomes
Yeah, okay, well,
with the gnome dust and
there's
everything.
documentation all about it at the City Hall.
I bet the gnomes wrote it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Already.
So, what is your overriding goal, curiously?
To get very drunk, very quick.
Bravo, sir. Excellent role playing. I like where this is going. Okay, so with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to the generalised camera until we need the close-up, making us all feel weird camera. And I'll just move the
Well, you're really not doing very well. Oh, there we go.
There we go. There. Yeah, it takes a minute or two to move stuff around. It's just making us all feel weird camera. And I'll just move the
Well, you're really not doing very well. Oh, there we go.
There we go. There. Yeah, it takes a minute or two to move stuff around. It's just let's get it on my beautiful face. There enough. Hello everybody. How are you doing?
That was terrible timing for you to turn the camera because I was like this.
That's about right. Okay, so we're about ready to start. You guys ready to start? If anyone needs to top up a coffee before we begin, I'm quite happy to do so. But aside from that,
I just don't want me.
okay. So in that case, let's go up with the Spindle Break campaign. For anyone who doesn't know what Spindle Break is, I'm looking specifically at you, lovely Jean-Pierre.
I know everything.
Good.
I have a 9 intelligence. I can count most of my fingers.
You
And
are.
now
He
intelligence.
is 2.5 times more intelligent than the paladin that we have in the Strahd campaign,
Yes.
which is interesting.
I've got
Who has the
16
intelligence of a
campaigns.
small Labrador?
Less than.
Well,
Less
this
than.
is-
I've got a 10.
My wisdom is 7.
Very smart.
Okay. So, everybody knows each other, obviously, except for our beautiful new arrival, Jean-Pierre the Half-Orc, who is bafflingly sophisticated in speech and alarmingly stupid in practice. So, let's catch up quickly with what's been happening over the past week while you've all been busy. So, Belinda, you have been working hard to try and convince the Crisp Registry Office, and a second, to fast-track Wobble's Bakery reopening. You're simultaneously brewing high-stress potions to sell at inflated prices just in case this actually works. And so far,
Inflation. Inflation.
Well, so far due to tariffs, unfortunately,
Yeah.
from the United States of Hobbit, there are some issues, and so we're going to have to see what happens there.
The tariffs are in place.
So, Michael, whatever, you are currently hunched over some legal documents in an outdoor cafe trying to monetize certain documents that have came into your hands. And a known clerk keeps handing you various additional bits of paper he's found, thinking that you're quite enjoying it. Let's go to Rusk. Rusk, you're currently hiding. You've decided to try doing something different. Instead of being a door, you're now a bed in Spindlebrain's old folks' home. 11 gnomes so far disappeared without a trace, and one of them actually left a thank you note on the pillow. Nobody minds. Coming across to Magic. Magic, you've been carefully repairing your delicate clockwork tools on a park bench surrounded by confused pigeons. Occasionally one of them's exploded, as has the pigeons. Yeah.
Great success.
Great success. Wobble, you have been attempting to get as drunk as possible on Mar Fizzlebun's cheapest turnip vodka, whilst experimenting with bottling your own disgusting secretions for later use. So far, 5 bottles have melted, as well as a big hole in the floor of Mar Fizzlebun's. So that's exciting.
Snorm Spelden.
The Paladin, who you all fondly remember from one session quite a while ago, not you, different Paladin, is, according to rumour, lost in the catacombs underneath the Temple of the Sacred Crunch. No one's seen him now for 3 weeks. They will be sending a search party for him at any time now. I don't know what's going on with the booping sound, but hey, let's just roll with it. Well, others and turn it off.
It's another missed call from the Paladin.
That'll be what it is. Where am I? Okay then, so, for all of you, okay, this morning, whilst doing your stuff, you have all received a little note, okay, that has arrived to you, saying, can you meet up, okay, the group needs to meet up at Mar Fizzlebun's Tavern, which is called the Blessed Pint. You can see it on your map. And that's where the party's going to meet, because today, such excite tone, is the day of the festival at last. They're going to turn on Earthshaker. At last, Earthshaker is going to be turned on. If you're not sure what Earthshaker is, Tony, I'm talking here to Jean-Pierre Tony, not OG Tony. It's a 300-metre high statue made of bronze and mechanisms and things like that stands astride the town, that has been made to walk from town to town by the known high priests, singing songs of worship and telling people about the joys of crisp-based snacks.
This seems like a needless waste of resources, and I'm entirely behind it because I want to sit on his head while he does it.
I want to tinker with it.
I like what you're thinking. You see, these are all valid things to be thinking, and I'm very proud of everyone's way of thinking with this. So, you've all received a note, okay, and it says like, could we all meet up please at 11? A new member of the team has been sent by the mayor, and when you meet up at 11 o'clock, you'll then get to go and enjoy the festivities that the town's got, explore, and then later on the perfectly safe and not going to explode turning on of the statue will definitely happen, and then you'll all be able to go home to bed after a very restful day. That's literally what the note says, so that's absolutely wonderful. Anyone got any questions on that?
No.
Marvellous. So,
Mischief.
let's go around the room. I'd like to ask you what your plans are, and I'm going to ask you first. I can see Michael is busy writing down things, which is worrisome but also hilarious. So, yes, Amanda, Galinda, what plans, if any, do you have, if any?
I'm going to have to go and check on the shop.
You're going to go and check on your shop, what, on the way to Mar Fizzlebun's?
Yeah, I'm going to go and hire somebody to take over the shop for a day.
Yep, that's not a problem
Because
at all.
I'm really excited to go and see Earthshaker.
Okay, I'm going to come back to you in just a moment, and then that means that I can now go into everyone's favourite completely honest Asimar. No, busy. Right, that's absolutely fine.
No.
We're doing honest things.
Not
Let's
busy.
move on then to everyone's favourite bed in the old person's home. How are things going for you, Russ?
Right now I'm watching as another elderly gnome lays on their bed before they slowly sink into the mattress and then sink a bit further And then concern me a bit further before they disappear into the mattress.
12 gnomes now, wonderful. Thank you very much. Are you going to make your way back after that to...
She will when she's finished chewing.
No problem, so I shall assume you'll be there for the next one.
That's quite than having homes be what rule?
You could
Right
just
then,
dissolve.
so
They do
next
dissolve.
up then, we shall go
Inside.
over
The
to...
inside of her is literally
Hang on,
acid.
got to make sure I've got the right one here. There we go.
Well, that
So
tentacles.
I'm afraid you can't do anything at the moment, but you're having you're lovely and comfortable. You're doing stuff. I'm not going to tell you what yet. Not too comfortable, if you know what I mean. Okay, so you, Magic,
I'm just going plodding
you've
somewhere.
decided to go and investigate and look at a certain huge object with your inquiring eyes. As you get there, you notice a big sign on the approach to it that says "No entrance, especially for huge, curious tortoises."
I use. Where is it? Where's me stealth? Yeah, I'm gonna sneak past this stupid sign.
Yeah, you try. Okay, well, I tell you what. I'll be honest with you. Okay, so
+3 on the stealth.
no, it's me, though. Actually, for the security guard. Okay, so the security guards have noticed you. Okay, let's be fair, because I've rolled a fairly decent roll there, and so they're going to say, look, you know, Magic, we love you. You know, we think you're probably the cleverest of all the inventors in the whole place. And you are invited later on to the grand turning on, but please don't go in there because bits have been falling off quite a lot recently.
Then why are we turning on if bits are falling off?
Because less bits have fallen off in the past 2 days than have done in the past 3 months, and we call that overall a win.
You silly gnomes.
Yes.
It's
So
gonna
if you come
kill
back
us
at
all.
opening time, though, we will be delighted to have you here. But I know you're interested in finding out what the power source is for this thing. Okay. Roll the dice.
11.
Okay. And what modifiers do you have with regards to things like, you know, engineering, thinking about stuff?
Investigation +3,
Okay.
so 14.
Okay, 14. Well, it doesn't take a genius to know that if you're going for the power supply for this thing, it's going to be huge because it's 300 metres tall, which means that it's going to be the size roughly of this room. Okay, so even though you've got a lovely plan of, thank you very much, honest sir. Oh dear.
Oh no, there's 2
Even though you've
already.
got a lovely plan of doing things, I think you may have some issues.
Right, then I'm going to wander away and go back to my work shed and start building things.
They're numbered. I think you're reading number 2 first.
Sorry, I'm just reading some honest notes.
Very honest.
Yep, absolutely. I'm just going to cut back to Tony for a second. Well, Magic, Jesus, Michael, just for a second, sorry. Okay, yeah, just I need to quickly just define something. So how are we going to go about this in a kind of broad, generalised kind of way? You're just doing some investigation?
Mhm.
Or? Okay, then I find it very unlikely that you've got any skills related to kind of sneaking about or anything like that, but could you do me a DC 15 check on some sort of stealthy skill you might possess?
Yeah,
Good thing you can roll stealth.
it is, isn't it, really?
I mean, you're not used to this kind of thing.
No.
are you?
I'm going to go, I've also got, I've got a roll of 10
Right.
plus 12
Right.
is 22.
What? Okay, yep, let me just have a look at this.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, I will get some information to you very soon regarding that, but let's just consider that a pass, shall we? I don't know how you did it, but mysteries will prevail. Okay, so let's go back onto the main camera. So, Galinda, I need to cut back to you, I'm afraid, my lovely, because you asked some very particular questions about the shop. So you get there, and you haven't been there for a few days, so you know, there's a small queue of gnomes outside, clutching their bellies, or their bottoms, or things like that, you know. And you're looking to try and hire someone, are you?
I am, I need to start for the day.
Okay, well, let's say there are... Yep, there's 10 gnomes queuing outside. So do you want to have a look and ask maybe if any of these gnomes are going to be suitable?
Actually, can I not employ one of the team?
No, because they're going on a fun adventure.
I'd like to employ Rusk for the day.
Rusk is not... I love Rusk, but I don't think Rusk will do great selling potions to little gnomes. No.
Do
I'm afraid
not-
The only thing my character would be great as is acting as the door, and you would get happier customers.
If that.
Mm.
So let's
Okay.
have a look at these 10 gnomes. Perhaps one of these 10 gnomes might be good. Do you want to, let's see, how are you going to persuade any of them to work in your shop?
Free crisps.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, let me
Crisps
just,
are like gold dust round here. Do you know that?
Okay, so far 8 of them are perking up because you just mentioned the word crisp there. One of them's like, oh, excuse me, Miss Galinder. Oh, sorry, wait, wrong accent. What am I doing? It's like, excuse me there, Miss Galinder. I heard you mentioning something about their crisps or something there. What you talking about?
Oh yes, you can have 4 packets of crisps.
Holy Jesus! 4! What for?
Can you give me your CV, please?
Oh, right, well, okay, my name is NPC Norm 7. I've been,
If you ask, does he have to do a forfeit?
no.
No, that's that one if he
I've
laughs.
been eating crisps now for 17 years.
How many years?
we got one. 17.
Oh, you're 17.
one,
Yes.
Have you had a job before?
No.
No.
Mr. Gobble.
You do know that the gnomes aren't the best at gainful employment.
Well, we're good at gainful employment, we're just not good at staying alive for long periods.
Yes,
I'm considered quite
yes.
old, to be honest.
Yes.
What about if I promise not to eat any of your portions at all?
Do you have any idea about the potions?
I give portion, they give me money.
Do you know which one's for which?
Have you written the prices on them?
Yeah, the prices are all
Right,
in
then
there.
I just charge them however much is on the bottom.
And you'll be able to sell the jam.
Oh yes.
Do you
She's
know your
treating them
jams?
like low
I
IQ
know what
animals.
jam is.
There's 7 different.
Yeah, that's fine, I'll sell them if you want me to.
Okay.
Okay, so do a charisma roll, let's just see if you can work that. I just want you to do a charisma with your bonus plus, so add your charisma plus to it. Because I just need some sort of 10. Tell me the number even though you don't like it.
Did you get
That's a 1, isn't it?
Not one.
No.
There's glare on the dice, I can't see it from here.
31.
You got 13, it's fine. What's your charisma plus?
8. I'm sorry.
You
8,
get plus 4 for heaven's sakes.
How did you reach 31?
plus 4.
Thank you, Tony. Okay, so, yeah, okay, so
Oh,
you've
she was adding
employed
the whole statistic.
NPC known number
I
7.
did.
You don't do that.
I just need
I know
to...
that.
Could somebody pass me a pencil, please? I don't actually have
Yeah.
it. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
shit, Jesus.
You've even got a rubber on the end.
Oh,
She literally
lovely.
asked the gnomes to just
Life
kill
is good when you
themselves.
have a razor on the end. Bang on that
Should
one.
just be saying we're gonna have to.
Right, so NPC 7,
Or me
It's
a couple
running.
of potions of the jaw.
shop
Kaboom.
with a skill of 16. There we go, perfect. Okay, so with that, I know it's scary. With that then, let me have a quick look at this. Sorry, I've just received a missive from Mikhail. Word. Oh my god, so many words. Yeah, I like the underlining. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
That's an ongoing thing.
Right, yeah, not a problem at all. We can work towards that.
As I'm moving around the village and the taverns and anything else, just
Not
checking
a
out
problem.
people.
Right. So with that, are we all? I know this is railroading slightly. Law, stop right down for a minute, buddy. Let's get on with the game rather than all
Yeah,
that
I'm
fun.
just trying to do something.
The fun's over now. Now it's game time.
Yes, and this is part of the game.
I'm glad. Okay, so in that case, with that, it's going to reach about 11 o'clock. So I'm going to say, and again, I don't like railroading people, that you finally make it towards Marfizzlebuns. Now, the blessed
Ah,
pint.
there it is.
Yeah, that's right. It's on the
There's
map.
more fizzle buns.
You never left Marfizzlebuns.
Mhm.
Yeah. The Blessed Pint looks like 3 buildings smashed together in a drinking contest. One half timbered section leans permanently to the left, braced only by barrels of pickled cheese. The roof has 3 chimneys, 2 of which belch multicoloured steam at all hours, and the third occasionally plays a kazoo. Over the swinging door hangs a burnt wooden sign depicting a foaming pint mug with a halo and devil horns. A mechanical goose mounted above the entrance honks in greeting to all who enter. The cobblestones outside are stained in hues of green and orange, which is a side effect of last month's turnip absinthe Tuesday, and a gnome-shaped scorch mark decorates the right wall. No one's repainted it. You can see a chalkboard next to the door which reads Kazoo Karaoke and Weapon-Free Brawling, bring your own kazoo. And you all slowly start to approach the place, except for you, you're lying outside it.
I thought it was inside it.
You've rolled outside now.
Sorry. See, the gnomes again.
Again?
It's not the gnomes, you kind of floated out on kind of a stream of your own effluent, as it were. And it's not nice.
That's your tight street license.
What is the weight of it?
The weight of the Clockwork Spike?
No, of the Mark IV hot sauce.
Not very much.
Right.
I see what you're thinking.
The hot
Yes, you
sauce.
can do things like that.
Right, that's
It
fine.
weighs about the same as a cup of coffee.
Right,
Okay.
sorted.
Okay, so just work it out in your head. Okay, so slowly you all start to ride. Tony, you come.
Yes.
Brilliant. So as you get there, Glinda, you see, you know, your erstwhile colleague turn up there. He looks
Tail.
very busy. He's got ink on his fingers. He's been doing stuff, but his halo is still shining bright, and he still looks lovely.
Well, no, it flickers.
Flickering,
Flickering on and off.
like a slightly broken, you know, fluorescent bulb. Rusk, are you coming?
Yeah, she's meandering over.
Excellent. Rusk slowly turns up, kind of a bit like a half-door, half-strange anime girl covered in tentacles.
No,
Looks like
she doesn't. She just turns up as a regular person.
Excellent.
She can't stay between the forms. She can only be one or the other.
You kind of undulate between the two, though.
She
Hadn't finished
only
changing
really
them.
fully transforms into one or the other. She can't.
Fine, your anime chicken round. Okay, and
Jesus.
there's a big stomping, stamping sound as the light-footed turtle emerges, clutching a mechanical spider and covered in bits of spring and chip dust. What's that one?
Hello.
There we go. And then finally,
I wasn't doing nothing.
our wonderful Wobble the Frog wakes up. Hello.
What are you doing?
Don't touch
Well,
me.
Mars.
Get away.
That is beautiful.
Strange person.
Okay, so
No. I don't
Before-
consent.
before we get into the joy of going into pubs, which I know is something that everyone really likes doing for some
I'm
reason,
just going to put a kettle on.
please do. You just,
Don't need them.
you just turn them on for 2
Okay.
minutes. Done. I just need to get the introduction section for
The
me.
camera.
Sorry, I was watching it.
I will.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What was it?
Here we are, John.
Half a
Yeah.
coffee.
Yes, please. I've no good.
Okay, so
Amanda, there's another one milk and one.
there we go. The stranger approaches. You're all very excited here. You're outside the blessed pint now. You've all just met up. The sun is awkwardly bright. Kazoo choirs warm up nearby for the festivities. Yeah. A gnome sadly vomits into a bucket labelled pickled turnip remains only, and the party is meeting up. A hush falls over the muddy lick street. That's hard to say. The light
It's hard to
shifts. A breeze picks up faintly, stirring crisp packets and styrofoam through the air. From the far end of the plaza. I'm going to wait until the coffee's made because it's just killing the dramatic tension here. Glinda, you're killing the dramatic tension.
It's very gnomish.
She is.
Stephen.
Are you still making coffees?
I'm alright.
I'll be okay, thank you. Are you having one?
No, thanks.
Tony,
No.
anyone?
No? Good. Right, I'll turn the kettle on. Right, so, sorry about that.
Oh God.
A tall, cloaked stranger appears, moving slowly through the morning bustle. A stranger. His boots clack on cobbles. Steam from the nearby cheese fountain curls around him as if recoiling. The gnomes part nervously. The kazoo falters. He's tall, silent, purposeful. The sun glints on something metallic beneath his cloak. Someone whispers, "There's no Spindlebury hat." He steps closer. Closer. Even closer. And then BANG! A high-pitched scream, a squeal of cartwheels, A mushroom delivery wagon hurtles into view from the side alley, slamming into the tall stranger, jackknifing to a sideways stop, toppling baskets of small sacks and fungal wine. The entire cart tips slightly before landing with a bounce and a wheel falls off. Oh dear. The stranger's obliterated, instantly reduced to a tragic, unrecognisable paste beneath the impact. A known delivery boy, stunned, peers over the edge. Oh, did I just kill a plot hook? And then, from the cart's passenger compartment, the canvas flap opens, and another figure emerges, soaked in mushroom wine, coated in damp leaves, straw and crisps. It's Restream, the actual new arrival! Hey! Oh, you're all looking as he comes out. He dusts himself off, swings his pack onto his back with grave composure, and steps over the remains of the Paragon without comment, and nods once to the rest of the party.
Well, that's just unfortunate, that is.
It is. It is. It happens all the time here.
I saw nothing.
Well, if you want to say hello at the party, this is your opportunity to say hello.
Are you going to tell
I'll
me?
topple over and offer me hand to shake your hand.
Oh no,
It goes to shake your hand back.
Yeah.
Oh,
God.
Dad! Got one, Mr. DM. Got one.
what's he doing?
I'll
He
shake
shook his hand.
Oh,
Oh no!
One check, roll 1d20.
1d.
Here's a poisonous rogue.
No, I can still be poisoned. It's diseases I can't
It's
get.
disease, yes.
That's not great.
What you get?
Oh no!
Total of 8.
Oh.
Yeah, it's 12.
Yeah,
Sorry, dear.
unfortunately you
You haven't shook my
you're
hand
sticking
yet.
on.
No, it's not up behind you, though.
And you are going to be vaguely queasy for the next 4 minutes.
Something in the air around here.
Disadvantage in combat as well, but thankfully we're not in combat.
What have I said?
Does it look like
Touching
Have
new
you taken
people.
damage?
What's that?
Taking damage?
Strange man.
Does it look like
Let's see. It does look like he should actually, doesn't it?
It's 2d4, but it would just be.
Jean-Pierre, you take a temporary 6 points of
No,
damage.
you don't. I've seen him shake his hand. I've just jumped over to him. Greetings.
Morning.
And I now heal him.
Oh, there you go.
So you just tell now.
It's a 2d4.
Oh, 2d4.
Oh, hang on.
Please do.
1,
Oh God.
4,
Ooh.
and I think it's plus my 6. Oh, it's you get
You
7.
take no
Oh,
damage.
fully healed again. Hooray!
Hooray.
No
Very
damage.
typical for our party. Do not shake hands with a mimic. Right.
Not a minute.
No, the mimic.
Not a minute. Yes, don't shake hands.
Just
with
go
a minute.
straight.
We haven't met, but I fell foul of the frog and thought I would not want to see someone else
I've
go
got
that way.
shells.
Well, I thought it was supposed to be greedy.
Sorry,
Give me a
it was
trust.
a harass me.
Apparently not.
Yep, so
Other side.
presumably then this kind of
No! He's got me!
What
I
did you
got
do?
it.
I got him on the ass.
Oh, well done.
Where's the sticker?
Law, roll 1d4.
1d20.
No, 1d4.
Oh,
1.
Take 1 point every
You bastard.
Okay, so everything seems to be going just as planned, as it should be.
Where's
Okay,
this?
so
Can't find it now.
just to fill you in here, the mushroom
Turn around,
cart has
bend
arrived.
over.
Law?
1 minute, I'm just getting the sticker off his backside for
For
him.
heaven's sakes.
It's just like.
Sorry,
What's
it's
going
only
on?
5.
Oh, it's fell off.
It
I
looks
get
like
2
Steve's
dice.
I'm getting a
not
feeling.
proficiency
Ah,
2. It's not plus extra
Funny enough, the minute's not doing
That
anything,
was
she's
just so
staring
funny.
I'm
over
not
the
even
window.
going to ask. I'm just going to chop my
Wait,
book.
next meal.
So, chaps,
The tail needs
Do you
to
want to see
find.
the choreograph or
Exactly what I
capture
knew
those
would
two? Tony, what are they doing?
We're having a good time.
I thought you were when you bent over here. When you were trying to sort your bag out.
lower the tone immediately.
I remember when you tried to shake
Okay.
my hand.
Yeah, that's why I just kind of stood there for a second. Like, no.
Yeah, my hand slowly became
A good
frog-sized.
selection of entertainment.
And lots of teeth.
Okay.
I just
Oh
eat it.
no. Yeah.
Just to fill you in, so it's currently 11 o'clock. You're all standing now next to the remains of this person who, this dark mysterious stranger. Obviously, Jean-Pierre, you're here now, and you introduce yourself to the party with only minor horrible poison burns. Sorry about that. But you've been healed a lot. The frog has had its bottom interfered, been interfering with the bottom, sorry, of the
I could have stuck another sticker on there.
There's always okay. Does anyone want to do anything before? And I should just point out to you, by the way, that you've got a couple of minutes just to do any actions for the great plot device when you do the effect.
I'll say hello to the new peasant. Hello, I'm a very tall gnome and I have an important if you have a bad tummy.
You see a quite.
Welcome.
Could you roll an intelligence check for me, please? A really easy one.
7.
Well, you don't get any pluses, do you?
No, that was with the -1.
That's fine. Okay, so you're staring at.
Does he believe I'm a gnome?
Just one moment. You're staring at. You're about 5'10", aren't you? Something
Yeah.
like that. You're staring at a 5'10", watery looking kind of creature wearing a fake nose, gnome's hat, and gnome's outfit. You're utterly convinced that it's obviously an example of a tall gnome.
It's a diurnal.
Yeah, rather than what it is to us, which is a water elemental in very poor disguise.
I'm going to go over and get soaked quickly while she's not looking.
Oh, can I?
Yeah. Right, soak them up. I should point out to any viewers, by the way, that
I wasn't allowed to wear blue makeup.
disgustingly as it sounds, our frog has to stay wet at all times, which is
Every now and then I pee on him. And
right. So no one wants to steal anything from the cart or rob the dead body or anything, then we can move on.
I'm going to rob the dead body, I might as well.
You want to rob the dead body?
Yeah.
Okay, could you...
Can I also
Is
rob
the
the
body
dead
a
body?
gnome? Is it actually a gnome?
No, it's a
It's
human.
not. It's a human.
It's a human.
Can I
So
rob
we
it?
killed a human.
What didn't kill anyone yet?
Well, there's
No,
a-
He saw nothing.
Yeah, there's like a gnome watchman coming over, he's shaking his head, he's like, oh, it happened again. Mushroom carts do this all the time, another hero gone, never mind. So, would you like to roll an investigation then, please?
Okay.
Race.
Oh, it's going to be a bad one.
3.
Okay, he was definitely once human.
Can I try?
You can.
I'm going to use sleight of hand as well.
What
So no
was-
one sees me robbing this corpse.
You're not rock, oh right, fair enough. Then,
It's corpse robbing. 8 plus 3,
Is that
11.
illegal in Spindlebrae?
no, nothing's illegal in Spindlebrae. Okay, you haven't managed to find any treasure, but you did find, right, it's got a big badge, right, and it says Paragon the Ranger.
Oh.
Okay, so you haven't found any treasure, but you have found Paragon the Ranger, and yeah. he looks
So-
like
Did I by any chance see him, since he didn't want to be seen? I was actually too busy healing the paladin, but I didn't get round to robbing.
oh,
this
well,
thing,
if you want to roll an investigation check, or do you want to check the body?
but- at the moment, I just...
Robbing the body.
He made a bit of a mess of things, so I could see that.
I did nothing, I was
Roll me a
being,
D20. Out of curiosity.
being friendly.
Against what?
Let's have your perception.
That's it.
1.
That's a D10.
Oh,
Nat
No,
critical
that's a
one.
D10 you just rolled, so it can count.
Oh, thank God for that. Got the wrong one in there.
Nat 1.
Roll a 1. That's a 6.
It's a 6.
Yeah, there you
4.
4 plus 6.
No.
No,
4.
he has a minus 2.
Okay, well, you don't notice him doing anything. And do you want to investigate the body?
Well, I will go and investigate the body, but I'll probably trip over him then.
I am massive.
You can probably just
What's
walk
your
around
height?
outside. And he's the size of like a mini.
Okay, well, I'll just wander over. I'll wander
my
over to
goodness.
him.
I am 5'7".
But I'm actually gonna-
430.
I'm going to investigate the body.
Small mini.
And I'm actually going to try and do it while he thinks he's not being seen. And
Nice, so you're going to do it your own surreptitious way. Please
Yeah.
roll whatever. I can't imagine you've got any, but if you have any sneaky skills, please add them to the roll.
I'm going to add plus 12, so it's a D20. So it's a 12 plus 12, 24.
Right. Okay, so you, underneath all the goo and bits, you fish out this gleaming silver sword called, and you can read it on the side in runes, okay, Banduril, Sword of Baragorn.
Right. I'm going to write this down. Can I just say to people, I'm going to use I'm also going to use my auto success on sleight of hand,
Right.
and that sword is going inside here.
Okay, it's
So,
slipped away. Do you want to...
People may well have seen me rummaging
Well,
around
they
in
don't see
it,
you properly.
but they are going to see the sword come out.
Okay.
So
Aren't you only 3 foot tall?
That's an auto success.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're only 3 foot tall, and the sword's about 3.5 feet.
Oh.
Did you do it?
Can I?
Oh, it's not.
You see,
oh,
there is
I
an
won't-
issue, Dungeon
okay.
Master. You've
Then
given
I-
us the ability to auto-succeed. This is
Yeah.
your own hole you've
There's,
dug.
there's no point in me.
Can I have the big
So actually,
sword?
in that case, people see me stagger out with a
With
a
a
great sword.
Great big sword, yeah. Now, anyone who's paying attention to this as well, okay, this plot device sword that isn't actually part of this plot, you may notice there's a badly done weld halfway down the middle, as if it's been welded together again. And obviously, like I say, it says a Banduril, the sword of Baragorn, on the side.
Can I roll history?
Yeah, be my guest, please, absolutely.
9 plus 3.
Well, Baragorn was, I say was, fairly famous
Baragorn.
as a ranger of the marshes and the shires, who would, you know, friend of the hobbits.
Oh, for
Just never mind. Anyway, not important. I'm sure that everything will be fine.
Is Gimli his
If he
best
wasn't
friend?
important,
You
he
mean
wouldn't
Bingley?
be dead.
Gimli, yeah.
Gimli.
Oh, this is the don't get copyright straight.
That's the fella. Anyway,
The
it's
board
gone.
of the
Not
Bings.
to worry about. So, hang on a second. We're just having a quick wee break. So,
The board of the Bings.
While
while
we're
the
having a
wee
break,
break
can
is
I do
happening,
something?
just a moment. I would say a couple of things for you. Obviously, as your character, you do have 2 sealed letters that you arrive with that you know of. One is a letter from a character from your past, and one is a letter from Archbishop Len. Now, you can open those or read those whenever you want. The one from Len is the one regarding you coming here. Okay? So I'm just letting you know about that. The rest of you, you all also have a note delivered to you just now. I'll tell Belinda when she gets back from making jam or whatever she's doing.
That's a terrible choice when she's went to the
Yeah, that is actually, I realised that.
Oh.
Sorry, she's gone for a wee, okay?
That's a 5-star hygiene
God,
rating.
I'm so sorry,
There's a
everyone.
sink in there.
Yeah. Anyway, I was just trying to be polite and then I realised it had really gone badly. Anyway, a gnome's arrived and he's handed you all a card.
I've got to shake his hand as well. Though.
Yeah, he's dead.
Can I do
He's
my
just
thing, by the
dead.
way, while we're
Sorry?
waiting?
Wow.
Can I do the thing while we're waiting?
Yeah.
So while they're all having their shaking the paladin's hand, my character is going to look around. This is a pub, right?
You're outside it.
I'm going to look around outside this pub to see if there are any really drunk, lonely-looking gnomes who could use a hug.
Okay.
Well, there's 2 new dead bodies for you.
There is.
Yes, but I'll
wall
come
there.
back to those.
Alright. Shall I keep them to one side for you?
Are you going to do anything else with them?
I might rob the one that I've just.
It doesn't matter if you rob them.
Yeah.
I'll rob the one that I've just knocked off accidentally.
Hello, Clairsy76, whoever you are. Thanks
That's-
for watching the stream.
That's Claire.
That's
Hello, Claire. How are you? We love you. Right. Okay, so Thorn, I'll get to you in a moment. You've just killed the gnome delivering the thing. You see basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of paper fall out of his hand onto
Mash the
floor,
buttons.
unfortunately. At least, let's roll this dice. 4 of them are now covered in horrible frog goo.
How many of them you got?
No, it's because I'd just given him a rose before.
Ah.
Because I had a free coin from usually.
Thanks for the roses. Thanks for the roses.
I'm just making sure it gets shared out a bit more as well.
Subscribe to Lois Graham.
Are you tapping things?
I am.
Bless your heart. Are you just tapping the heart one?
Yeah, I've
I
already
thought
sent
you
you the rose over.
Bless your heart.
2 million hearts.
Okay, we're just going to wait for Amanda to come back
Come on,
in
do it
and
like
I'll
2000
tell her
or
exactly
Can I
what's
not do
happening.
this
How
side
much are they
thing?
each?
We'll
Like
do the
this?
side.
These are
Tell you what, we'll do the side
Oh.
thing for you now,
The
shall we?
roses are
Yes,
like-
it's to pass the
Okay,
time.
roll a perception.
Wonderful. Can I have a dice? And I need to remember what my ability to see is as I pull out my tiny glasses. They don't have. Perception. Wonderful. That is a 22.
Okay.
As I search for a drunk, sad, lonely-looking gnome.
Okay, so You can't see any gnomes at all, rather sadly. There's none like roaming around outside or anything like that. And just as you're about to give up, the bar rear door opens and a little gnome about yon big comes out. He's like a bit older and he's like...
Without saying anything, I will immediately go up and offer her a hug.
He's like, oh, hello stranger, I retire tomorrow at last. It's been such a long life I've led and so nice, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my days now with Mrs. NPC 23.
Fucking run.
And, you know,
Yeah,
my boat.
I'm offering a hug.
And it slowly dissolves into the mimic.
Well, the dead
must
man
have
just
been 19
accidentally
before.
killed
I
him.
was going to say, if he's retiring, he's
And
at
a robber.
least 10.
I was going to say that. Alright then, so, whilst you've been away, and I used the wrong euphemism to you down the toilet, I do apologise. Whilst you've been away, and messenger gnomes has turned up with 6 little cards for you guys. He shook the gnome's hand, killed it instantly, the cards are now on the floor, 4 of them have got horrible flogging on them.
I don't want to touch it.
Meanwhile, you hear this noise, and 2 little gnomes turn up with a little stretch and and they look at you and they're like, no! And they zoom off
Oh
again.
wait, I was going to ask them something.
Gone.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to turn back up and I'm just going to fly trap both of those 2 corpses.
They're gone.
How did they die?
No, I'm not saying the 2 gnomes that ran away, I'm saying the 2
Oh,
corpses.
the frog touched the messenger and it just died. It just
It must have been really poorly. It
Yeah.
must have been really
It
poorly.
just hit the deck.
If we could just get away from the gnomicide just for the moment, okay? I know it's exciting killing all the gnomes all randomly.
What are you talking about? Just fall.
However,
on the floor.
Mine is not random.
I should point out there are 2 untainted and 4 most assuredly tainted bits of cardboard now lying on the floor.
Can I take one of the untainted
Do
ones?
you know which one's which?
Well, I will roll perception.
That's lovely. I'll tell you what you can do, right? You can roll me a dice.
Which dice? Any?
1d6.
1d6.
Because you're deciding just to pick one up all willy-nilly like
No,
that.
I'm rolling perception. 4.
You rolled a 4 on the 1d6.
Yeah.
Excellent. You see, that wasn't a perception roll, you just went straight forward.
You asked for it.
Unfortunately for you, immediately picking up a poisoned one. You roll Constitution, please.
It's a 12, you've got to be.
That's not hard.
So, D10 plus con.
8 plus 5.
Yeah,
So
you
12.
You don't take
No,
it.
13. Yeah, you're fine. See, you're fine.
Okay then, so, in that case,
Plus I
It's
can
only with the
re-roll on
surprises.
you
Constitution.
have the piece of paper. Would you like me to read it for you?
Yes.
Official invitation from the office of Archbishop Len, Keeper of the Kazoo. To whom the snack may concern. You are hereby summoned politely but firmly to attend the glorious turning on of Earthshaker, scheduled for 5 p.m. sharp, or fairly sharp, in Snackspire Plaza. As honorary guests of Spindlebrae by merit, mishap or mistaken paperwork, you are granted temporary freedom of the city, within reason, reduced queue times at the Crisp Fountain, 1 complimentary kazoo collectible from Bibbins Dispensary, and access to all public festival events until the ceremony begins. We suggest you spend the following intervening hours, of which there are 6, exploring the delights of our fair and very poorly regulated city. And recommended locations for today's revelry are Mar Fizzlebum's Tavern, of course, the Gnome Toss Arena, Snackspire Plaza, the Cathedral of Crunch, the Crisp Registry Office, the beautiful Crisp Fountain, and there's of course street games and street performers.
I know
Please
I'm
be at the
going.
Plaza though by 5 p.m, kazoos encouraged, casual attire and casualties acceptable, snack solemnity optional. In Crumbs and Chaos, Archbishop Len, wielder of the Divine Switch.
Hello, sir. I would wonder if you would partake in a gnome tossing competition.
It seems rather rude.
But it would be rather amusing.
Do you know what gnome tossing is?
Yes, it's where I
Well,
throw
thank you,
them
I
very
do.
far out a window.
Sir, you've played this game before. It's
Yes.
not a window, they actually have an arena for it here.
Oh, but I think I can get them very far.
I know, it's amazing. It's not that kind of tossing either. So,
What are you suggesting, sir?
exactly that. So, with that, I think it's time to go around the table and see what everyone wishes to do, because we have got 5.5 game hours to kill in the town of Spindlebrae before we turn on the big robot. Everything goes absolutely fine and we'll go home to bed.
Sounds lovely.
I like the folks that did it for me. So, first of all, with you, lovely Glinda,
I'd like to go and watch some gnome tossing.
you want to watch the gnome tossing, of course you do.
If that's a national sport around
This is
here,
a national sport.
You want to play small bets, earn money and do some...
I'd like to make some money. My shop's
course
doing
you
very
do.
I'm going
poorly
to bet
at the
on
moment.
myself.
Tony, have you got any preference for what you'd like to do?
Well, I'm going to wander over the Gnome Toss Arena area, but I'm going to
That's
get
all
this
action,
potion.
But then I've got strength,
Okay.
which is just ridiculous.
And I have to say, Mr. Wobbles,
Yes.
did you have any thoughts about our discussion? Have you approached the gnomes to see if they can design this device?
I haven't seen anyone yet. I've been in the pub.
I can design things.
Well, remember,
I'll need to see the mayor to sort that out though.
you do it and you'll get sorted.
You will.
Right, where's the mayor at?
Pardon?
Where's the mayor at?
He'll be wandering around the town. You'll probably come across him randomly at some point.
I'll start walking around and just tapping people on the shoulders. To
So
see
you're
if I
just
can-
walking around poisoning people.
I'm tapping people on the shoulders to see if I can find the mayor.
Yeah, but you're going to kill the mayor. We've discussed this, Wobble. You can't just go around touching people.
I'm tapping people on the shoulders to see if I can find the mayor.
Your hands are poisonous.
It's not just me hands.
Well, you are poisonous. Just
Wait,
go
how else am I
ahead.
going to find the
Magic.
mayor?
Excuse me.
Find him
you-
some
are you-
gloves. Find him some
Oh.
gloves.
I've got some greasy gloves, but I don't
Well,
want to
put
them
the
on.
gloves
They're
on.
greasy.
Doesn't matter.
You need
Gloves are
some
greasy.
new gloves.
Well, go to the store and invest in some gloves. I will give you 2 gold pieces.
Attention, citizens and temporary sentients of Spindlebrae. Please be advised that shoulder tapping during festival hours is now classified as a Class 3 snack-adjacent misdemeanour unless conducted by a certified snack inspector, a presumed priest delivering absolution, or a close friend attempting to prevent mustard-based self-combustion. Repeat violations by certain frogs may result in corrective fondue exposure. Thank you.
I feel rather attacked there. I'm only trying to find someone.
Well, why not ask a messenger to find them?
Maybe you should be wearing
I
your...
can't trust the messenger
Maybe
because
you
he's
should
kind of
wear
lying
your
on the floor
gnome
there.
handling gloves.
But the greasy.
Why did you keep being greasy?
And then you finish me speaking.
Fine, I'll go to the gnome throwing arena. Gnome tossing.
Gnome tosser as well,
Yeah.
fair enough.
I'll toss a few gnomes.
Is
Yeah,
it,
you're gonna be
it looks like
tossing
there is
dead
an interest in
corpses.
gnome tossing for whatever reason.
Anyone else for gnome tossing?
I just
I'm
mind
coming along
boggles.
to watch the gnomes.
Getting tossed.
Get
Anyone
killed as
else?
far as humanly possible.
No.
Okay,
Okay, we're
let's
going
get
gnome
to-
I would
tossing.
see if any of them need to come to my emporium.
They
Okay.
will once I break them.
So I'm looking at the wrong map there. Could you pass me the Spindlebrae map just so I can do it? Okay, so as a group you round a bend in the snack-covered streets of Spindlebrae. The rumbling of stomping feet, knock-key chanting, occasional airborne screaming of gnomes grows louder. And ahead a grand oval stadium, like a football stadium in this exciting world we live in, rises from the cobbles like a monument to questionable engineering and enthusiastic injuries. The sign above the entrance reads, Spindlebrae Municipal Gnome Tossing Centre, all tosses are final. The lettering's got cracked and the word final is underlined 5 times in various different pens and mustard. And someone has written, against God's will, in tiny scrawl underneath it. Outside the gates, you can see a statue of a referee with a dented top hat, and there's crowds all milling around, lots and lots of excitable gnomes and humans and various other races. It's obviously exciting. There's snack vendors lining the route, selling things like kazoo flutes and yeast juice.
What?
Yeast
juice.
Yeah, yeast juice is a perfectly valid
That's
thing that you're allowed
something
to
that
use
Magic
for
really
yeasting
likes.
gnomes. I thought you'd
Yeast
like
juice.
that somewhere. And of course aerodynamic crisp cones. A chalkboard announces today's current record holder, Big Wendy Crumple, he went 47 feet. And there's a gnome in full plate armour, prepping for launch by yelling, "For snack and for glory!" as 2 assistants grease up the springboard. So, you're welcome to ask anything. There is an information kiosk where you can ask how snack tossing works. There is
I thought it was gnome
registration-
tossing, not snack
Sorry,
tossing.
gnome tossing. There is a obviously a centre where you can register for it. There's gambling going on.
yeah.
I
I'd
go
like
to
to
the
go and
registry
register.
afterwards,
Sorry?
and
I'd
I
like to
slightly
go
go,
register as well.
bet on me, bet on me.
I'm gonna have a go. I'm gonna have a
You want
go.
to all have a go
I wanna
at
have a
gnome
go.
tossing? Okay, so...
I want to have a go against magic.
You stand a good distance away, not try.
Oh yes.
I'm not
What about
Oh,
gnome
you-
catch?
I'm going to try throw it over the wall. And
Can we
I
do
just,
gnome catch where somebody stands at the
I'll
other end
go
of
and
the
try
field
and
and has
eat
to
some
cast a
gnome
catch
something
them with a
Thank
giant
you
net?
for good. You see, I knew they'd want to do this. So
Gnome tossing, gnome tossing.
Can I catch?
Yeah.
Can you actually purchase a big
I was
net
going to throw some
and
gnomes
stand
at
at
you,
the
though.
other side and catch the gnome with the net?
No, the gnome's going to go just
Into space.
No, yeah, I'm going to launch it into space as far as I can get it.
Yay!
I'm going to try like
I want to
throw
put
it
some money
into
on
the bar.
magic.
Well, I've got a feeling once Tony's finished writing out whatever he's doing,
Yeah.
He's up to no
money
good.
may be involved.
Yeah,
That
I
angel
just
is
have a
up to no
question.
good.
Okay, calm. Your question.
Right, how far is the bar from the throwing arena?
What, you mean the actual pub you were at?
Yes.
Rusk
About
should
half
enter
mile.
this competition.
I think I'm going to throw this gnome to
The
the bar.
gnome throwing competition in the gnome toss arena.
No, she's not there.
Oh no.
Wobble gobble, are you going to enter the competition?
Yeah, he's just going to kill gnomes.
No,
So,
I'll grease them up first.
He's going to use his gloves. He's going to use his gloves and
So we're just wandering and chatting away, are we?
Yeah.
We're just getting ready to go throw this gnome.
Okay.
There is something I would like to do.
Okay, I would like to hear what you'd
Oh.
like to do, Thorn.
So, this gnome toss, I imagine that people bet on it, right?
Yes.
I would like to find out if there is a big box that holds all of the winnings for the people who win the bet.
Are you going to attempt to eat the box?
No,
No,
it's
we're
going
gonna
to
be the
box.
box.
He would be.
You're
Your
gonna be
intelligence
the
isn't
boss.
particularly high, is it? So you may actually think that. Roll intelligence check for me. It's not a high one, it's only decent.
Well, I'm not trying to think of it, I'm just trying to find it if there is one. Wouldn't that be perception to try and find it?
No, you need intelligence first.
That is 5.
Okay, that's a fail.
So she just has no clue if it exists or not then.
Well, you don't know what I was going to tell you, and so what you're going to try and do, look for this box. You're going to look for the big box of money.
Well, the big box that would have all the winnings that someone would win in the gnome toss for.
Okay then, so you're going to try and do them out whilst these guys are busy tossing them.
I'm just looking to see if it exists.
Okay, so you can give me a perception roll.
That is. Oh god, I've got a math. 23.
Oh god.
Okay, so just for you while you're doing this, you're having a search around just looking if you can find any loot or anything like that.
Well, I'm specifically just
You know,
looking
a
for the
box
box
of
that the money for the gnome toss would go into.
Okay, so you notice the hucksters, the guys who are like doing all the gambling and stuff like that, who are, you know, they're basically giving little tickets to the gnomes, they've got big odds boards and stuff like that. What you tend to notice is that people are kind of giving them money, and then the gnome dealing with it is basically holding the money, they're waiting for the toss to happen, and then he's handing that out to various people, or if it's not working, he's then putting it in his inside pocket. These are mostly kind of coins, silver, bronze, copper, whatever, you know. So there isn't a specific box. They're making kind of a profit, you notice, in a lot of the cases, these guys. But there isn't a big box of money. They're just like, basically these guys are handling small bets. So they're keeping the money on their person. So if you were to want to get it, then you would have to kind of get up friendly with the person.
Well, I was
They all
thinking, is there a
also-
nearby table near them?
No, they're all kind of standing on boxes near the actual arena. You know, they're standing up high so they can be seen. They've got a couple of their bodyguards with them, things like that. So,
Do not instigate a riot.
Can I go up to the boxes and become a big, what looks like money storage box? And there is something I would like to do when I become this box.
I just want to go throw some gnomes.
You will. I'm not going to stop people from throwing gnomes. I have a wonderful plan.
Oh god, wonderful and plan is not in the same sentence.
okay, so you're going to disguise yourself as a box.
He's
Well,
poisoned
what I'm
the
going to
DM.
do is, you know how like a money box, basically I look like a lock box, a safe box. And what I'm going to do, Dad, is I'm going to put a note on myself that is going to say the winnings store box. And I'm going to use, like, so obviously I'd be trying to deceive them into thinking this is where they put the money for the official competition. And I'm going to use my shoulder plate's 1 use per long rest to auto-succeed the deception.
Right, so you're going to disguise yourself as a safe lockbox for people to put their winnings in.
Yes,
Okay, well you're going to have to stay there for a while.
that's fine.
Okay?
She is literally, she's basically gone up to these gnomes who are taking all the betting money. She's disguised herself as a giant lockbox for them to put all the money into for safekeeping, and she's auto-succeeded her deception to write a note that says, all the money stores go in here.
I'm just wondering if any of the gnomes are going to realise that this box has just
The box is
magically
indiscernible.
appeared. Yeah, it's just
It's
magically
going to depend
appeared.
on their intelligence, so we'll come back to that. Right, so before these guys get into tossing the gnomes, Tony, I would like you to do me.
Imagine you're watching me do this.
No,
No, Tony's doing
I
something.
don't know. Don't know where I am now.
Tony, would you mind
I've
doing...
gone, by the way. We were
That's
talking. I'm not there.
No, you're not there. Tony, would you mind doing me, I know it sounds a lot, tell me how many stealth rolls succeed out of 20. I want anything
You keep
above...
count for us,
I
huh?
want... Basically, tell me how many are
Plus
above
12.
15 and how many are above 20.
Plus 12.
Above.
I need to know how many are above 15 and how many are above 20.
Right, so that's
Out of 20.
17. That's 15.
2, 3. If I see you roll less than a 3, I'll just count.
Oh, but that's going to be
That's a success.
that's a 20.
That's just if you roll a 3,
Yeah.
if you roll less than a 3, it's a failure. So you can just multiply.
Yeah, but if I got above 20
Yeah,
as
but
well,
above 20 is important.
In which case then.
that's 12. 8. That's 20. 20 or above, or above 20.
20 or above, so
Right, so that's one above 20.
4,
That's an ordinary.
5. Sorry about this, folks.
Oh, a
That's a
fail.
fail.
Okay, next one.
That's above 20.
Okay,
That's above 20.
okay.
That's above 20. That's above 20.
Okay, stop that. What I'll do is I'll just double it, it'll save time. You've got a good average there, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right.
Oh no. What mischief are they getting up
I'm
to?
just going to calculate this.
Use a calculator. God.
That's what I've got to use this for.
By the way, there is something I would like to do while I am the box. I've got to mention this dirt.
This is the table.
Oh, I don't know if you stickers.
Okay.
You had a look in the bottom of that bowl yet?
Huh?
You had a look in the bottom of that bowl yet?
30.
Get poisoned! You got poisoned!
Okay, guys, so.
He's just realised about the hidden poison.
Oh, unlucky. We'll come to that in a minute. Okay, so we are back now to the Spindlebrain campaign. Amanda, sorry that took
Okay.
a moment or two. So, you are at, if I can ever find this bloody thing again, the Spindlebrain Gnome Toss Arena. Now,
Yes.
you're all wanting to enter the Gnome Tossing Arena.
Yeah.
And I want to play
You're
specs.
going as well? Fantastic.
I'm really
you
low. I'm
can only
really
play
low.
or place a bet, you can't do both.
Oh, right.
Due to the inside of
Okay,
trading rules.
betting because my shop's
You're
been
betting.
doing so poorly
That's
recently.
absolutely fine.
There's
That's
not enough
absolutely
gnomes
fine.
turning up.
I'll be nice, I'll
Poorly
be
tummy.
with you. I'm just here top.
Well, the good thing is that you can basically, you can like sponsor one of these guys and
I'm
then bet
gonna-
for them. So.
I'm gonna sponsor both of them.
Okay, so here is the official rules of the Spindlebrain Gnome Tossing Arena, as approved by Municipal Snackletics Board and the Church of Kazoology. The objective is to yeet a willing gnome as far as possible with style, snackitude, and a little bit of dash of divine nonsense.
Yay!
So, step 1 is to declare the tossing role. So, you're either going to be a tosser or a tossee. No different title. You may choose to toss
He
an
smiled
NPC.
again.
You may choose. I know.
Another
You may-
sticker for another sticker
Another
for
sticker.
another
You
sticker
may
for
choose to
Jean-Pierre.
toss an NPC volunteer,
I think the headphones.
or be tossed yourself, which is especially funny if you're small, obviously. So, first of all,
Yeah.
we need to decide, and I'm going to get my tosser guide here. We need to decide who's tossing and who is tossies.
I'm tossing.
Was that?
I can't remember that book.
Yes, it's a good book.
When do I join everybody?
You'll be coming back in about 15
You're
minutes, so
3.
you'll be there just in
He's
time when
only,
they start.
he's only 3 foot though, so
Yeah.
they'll
You
have
can
to, you'll have to
technically
be.
throw, yeah.
No, he can't throw the angel.
Well, we could
Because he's got
No.
wings, technically. he can
He's
go
got
quite
wings,
far.
he can go furthest.
Yeah.
That's what I was
you
just
could
saying. If someone
can we
throws him, you
disguise
just
the
shoot
angel as a
fly.
gnome so they can fly the furthest?
You're not allowed to flap though, that's the rules. Anyway, can we get
Oh.
back into this?
Yeah.
So,
You're not allowed to flap
Tell
while
me, are
getting
you
tossed.
tossing or tossing?
Tossing.
Tossing, so...
Jean-Pierre, smile again.
I also
Magic, I assume you're tossing.
Are you tossing?
I mean, right
Yes,
now,
I'm
I just fancy
tossing.
myself as the box that contains all the money.
Wobble.
that wins.
He's throwing up.
I would like to be a tosser.
You want to be tossed?
No.
No,
Tossing,
he's
right.
tossing, he's not the
I mean,
tossee.
you haven't to distract the.
Why?
Okay then.
Actually, no, you just
So
So-
mix them up.
This is going to be fun. So, what we're going to do is we're obviously going to come to you guys in a moment because now you guys are just coming back and you can see that we have these 3 creatures, basic and paladin, going to enter the tossing arena. Now, there's a lot of like burly gnomes down there. There's a couple of other orcs. There's some humans. You know, people there in like fancy costumes, like wrestlers. You know, crowds go ooh, cheering them on. You know, it's all very exciting. But we have our 3 entrants here now. If you want to gamble, Amanda,
Yes, do.
you need to focus, darling,
Mhm.
not on the telephone.
Mhm.
Then you can obviously, you know, choose to vote or bet on our 3 members here, any one in them. You can choose to bet on some of the NPCs if you want. I can give you a short list of like who might be good to bet on for them. Or, you know, you could even bet on outside things like sudden cheese avalanche, I don't really care. But there's all kinds of things you can do. I will give you odds and you will have to put in your money based on what it is.
Okay,
Obviously
I
you're
have-
doing a box at the moment.
So I'm like one thing I'd like to specify while I am the box that people are throwing their betting money into. When the box isn't open, she's using her drawer handle to basically create the secret kind of like, you know how you can open a shelf, drawer and there's a secret.
You're making the money vanish into the drawer.
Yeah, anytime anyone opens the box, she's got her drawer open, and anytime it closes, the door's shut in.
Okay then, so let me just work out that because I'm going to need to look up some rules. I'm also going to need to make some bloody rules up for that one.
I mean, look, all their money's
I've
floating
got,
into the
I've got
box.
some money from last week.
I've
don't
just
know
given
how-
you
Actually,
more
we-
copper.
Oh my, I've got 8.
I want to know what's even more funny about this.
Let me have
She
a
doesn't
look.
care about
How
money.
much money have I got?
She's just doing it.
I've got quite
Did
a
you
lot.
know that we like the money?
She doesn't know why she's doing it. She just
I'm just amazed you haven't bit any gnome's hands off yet.
Well, the thing is, she's recently eaten one, so she's not too hungry.
She's recently eaten several.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've had a human and a gnome. You
She's
took the other gnome away.
she's a bit peckish, but not too hungry right now.
Gonna start eating gnome things.
Besides, right now she's doing her best impression of a box and succeeding.
Okay, so you've automatically passed your disguise, haven't you?
Yeah, I used my auto success, and she's currently indistinguishable from a current.
Okay,
box.
firstly, how long are you going to stay there for?
Pretty much you can stay there all day.
You can, but I wonder how long you're going to be staying there for, roughly.
Until I
time.
believe the contest is over.
So when these guys are done.
Pretty much.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll calculate this near the end. Okay, to see how you've done. So you're not participating in betting because you can't.
I'm just collecting
You
all the
can't
betting.
toss or be tossed.
That's
sorry.
right.
But that's the way it is.
Again, I'm just collecting all of the betting money.
Okay, so with that, who's gambling? I know it might be against your SMR creed, but if you'd like to gamble, obviously Tony, you're welcome to.
It's not
There's a
gambling.
good chance
it's
you'll get your money
earning
back.
wage.
Well, no, I'm always up for a little gamble.
Lovely stuff.
Not
So,
again, there's no creed.
okay, so the way this will work is you're gambling on who, basically it's a winner takes all pot, but it's simple. So you're looking for kind of first, second and third place. You can bet basically on whether someone's going to come in the top 3 or whether they're going to win directly. You can also, vote on number of fatalities of gnomes if you really want to, and all that kind of thing, so it's always good.
I could read that.
The actual contest will last roughly 2 hours, so by the time you finish it will be about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so there'll still be some time for other things to take place. With that, I can give you a list of some of the other competitors, human, orc and gnome, or as I say, you're welcome to bet on these guys, whatever takes you best.
Now that I think about it, you'd be very good at the gnome toss.
So
You'd be
you
good at the gnome toss.
I would have lost
Because she
money
could
on
grapple and
everything.
throw an advantage.
you're not good at this.
I'm trying to make money
Nice.
Okay, well,
because my shop's
don't
going to
critical.
who
close
are you going to
down.
bet on?
Oh, I want to put some money on
You do the overhead
magic and
fucking-
some money on Wobble Gobble.
So, are you betting on the boats to come in first, or are you betting?
No, I'm gonna go. Like,
You're
I'm
doing
gonna
a
hedge my
50-50
bet. I'm gonna hedge
split.
my bet.
You're going to hedge the.
I'm gonna hedge my bet.
You could challenge.
Do you
Give me
want
some
to do
good
first,
odds.
second?
Give me some good odds.
Do first, second, and third, then that is going to be covered.
Yeah, you could. That
What's
would be
your
points. And the thing
strength?
is, it means
My
that you'll
strength
be able to
is
use
13
these
plus
podcasts
1.
with
My
that.
dexterity is a 15 plus 4.
Creates a gnome.
Okay.
Are we doing strength or depth?
You've
Oh,
got to
weird,
remember,
I've
I'm
probably
really, I
got
have
the
no
things
clue
on
about
there, choose my
gambling.
strength
I-
as well.
I'm
What's your
somebody
strength?
who-
Yours is huge, isn't it?
You know, I think you should.
18 plus
I think
4,
you should
22.
use
So
a
who's got the best
smiting
stats?
throw.
You're about to find out this gentleman's stats, which is...
Oh, are you coming too?
I am.
Oh, fantastic.
Are we doing it off strength, DM?
I think it would be off. It would be. Would it not be Dexter? No.
No, it's
No.
strength. Because well, let me
Strength.
just...
And what about Constitution?
No,
Oh no,
strength.
I've got the
strength.
rules here on how it works. don't
Just
you
strength.
The gnome needs
So-
constitution to get thrown.
Do you want to ask
That's
this
true.
gentleman's strength?
20.
That's not the scary
Oh my
part.
worry.
goodness.
Okay, let's get the old sheet out. I can
Oh
do the
my
20 mate.
goodness.
Jesus Christ.
Plus 5.
20 is plus 5 there, but I've also got
The scary
athletics.
part.
Mikhail, could you not go
Oh.
to the other side of the pitch and catch the gnome? So
Plus
that
6 on athletics.
and you'll be able to save them. That could be it. You could be like
Okay,
waiting
so,
and then catch
magic.
them.
Yes.
Got more odds, just a minute.
And then
Yeah,
roll how
but-
many gnomes?
They'll land on you
Oh, they're very, oh yeah,
You're an
they're
outsider.
going to.
though.
Yeah.
What roll your fortress right on you?
Yes.
Mhm.
DM, can I ask a question?
Yep.
Can I ask a question?
So you have to
You
use
can.
it.
You know with velocity,
No,
no,
Yeah.
with its velocity, depending on how.
It seems
You've got to
He's
remember, a
just
lot of
born.
this is down to style
No,
as
he's
well.
just born.
It's not just
He's been on the
I know, but
and
what
they
is
grew
the-
up
what
in
is the
So I suppose I can
likelihood
stretch to a bit
that the
then.
Asimar could catch said gnome and not be crushed by it to save their lives as they're being.
Why would you
Launched.
save them though?
It was the first
Because
they
he's
get
an
full place, but
Asimar?
it was
complex, but I think the Asimov lost a bet.
Oh, I know, but he could
Would
dart
just pick up
about
a
and
random
catch
one off the
them,
street and spike.
save some gnomes so that the mimic can eat them
I have
later.
decided that if the paladin can throw a gnome, then the paladin, then I can bet on the paladin.
I mean,
Oh dear.
between everyone here, the most dangerous people to throw a gnome is him and me.
What?
I mean,
The most dangerous
I've
gnome
used
throwers
that
is
one heal
him
on
me.
you, but you know, you could consider healing the odd gnome that you've thrown.
I do have and killed.
You could, or you could let them splat.
Oh, we're going to get a good
They'd have to
spin.
splat for me to need to heal them, so
It doesn't work if they die.
Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, let me just look at these odds.
I'm also going to be using my pizza peel as like a
Jesus.
catapult.
So you're just going to go...
Okay, so let me just do one final thing. I just need to get some.
I'm wondering if I could use my maul and like golf club it.
Sorry about
That's
that.
just straight up like that.
That's not a gnome toss, that's a gnome golf.
Yeah, no golf.
You need to
Is
play
that
the correct
the
sport,
wrong
or
way?
you need to use your arms.
Pizza peel.
Beats me.
Eat. Because then that way I'm not going to get rocked off any
like a
poison
ridiculous
and
weapon.
stand on the end.
I just find it funny
Tied
how
to
nonsense
an
that
axe.
the mimic is.
So just you throw it and it goes.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, we used to
Right
it
then,
already.
so odds. You guys can't bet on yourselves.
I know
Okay,
that.
again, inside of the rules. You still can't bet because you're cube.
I don't need to bet, I'm just getting money.
I know you are. I know you are.
The hand
So-
element, really.
Everyone is giving me the betting money.
Hang on a second.
I love the gloves. You remind me of what's that?
Solid fingers?
Something weird.
No, I've got
yeah,
salad
probably
fingers.
salad
I'm a-
fingers.
I'm a
Wait,
hand.
I can actually done salad fingers.
Okay then.
I like the feel of rusty spoons on my salad.
I think I've got 3, so I think it's 2.
Okay, so here are the list of people who will be participating that have fairly decent odds today.
Oh my god, I think you're going to win. Totally, Jean.
Just a moment.
Jean.
We're about to find
So
out.
we have got Greta Nibnob. Okay,
Greta.
Nibnob. She has got odds of 18 to 100.
What's the odds?
18
to
to
100.
18 to 100.
Yeah, 18 to 100.
So that's Greta Nibnob.
Greta Nibnob.
Wow.
We have got Big Randy Crumple, the former champion.
Can you give me the odds again, please?
No, yeah,
I don't
18
need
to
it.
100.
18 to 100. Right.
You've got Big Randy Crumple coming in at 4 to 10.
Big Randy
4 to 10.
Crumple.
Yeah.
And what was the odds?
Sorry,
4 to
10 to 4, not 4 to 10.
10,
Yeah,
10 to
That's
4.
terrible odds. Yeah, 10 to 4.
10 to 4, uh-huh.
And it was 100 to 18 for Greta Nibnob. I had it for
100 to 18.
Yeah, 100 to 18.
Okay.
You've got Flib the Volunteer.
Who?
Flib the Volunteer.
Flib.
Yeah, he's screaming, "Toss me!" really loudly. He's really excited. He's 10 to 1.
These gnomes are just screaming
Yeah.
to die.
We've got Father
What, 10 to 1?
10 to 1.
Okay.
You've got Father Padrig Launch-a-Lot.
Father what?
Padrig Launch-a-Lot.
Padrig.
Mm-hmm.
Pad.
I put a lot of thought
Rig.
into the gnome toss, by the way.
Launch.
You can tell.
Launch. Launch.
Because you knew
Yeah.
that's what
And
we
he's
wanted.
what?
He's got odds of 4 to 1.
4 to 1.
I'll stop that, Don.
You should get public to put votes
If
on
you want me to
this.
keep going, by the way, public, if you're out there, because I don't know if you are, please feel free to put small bets on this yourself. We have got Sir Bounce a Lot.
So bounce a lot.
He's doing odds of 20 to 1.
Bounce a lot. 20 to 1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Darnella of the North,
Darnella
strangely enough.
of the North.
Yeah, 100 to 22. Which is
100 to 22.
Yeah.
How do we know what their stats are?
You don't. This is just the odds we're being given by the bookies.
That's not fair, that.
Yeah, it is. Well, my odds on betting.
That's not fair.
Language, Timothy.
You've got Grindle Flax.
Grindle Flax.
Yeah. He has odds of 10 to 3.
It's got 10 to 3. Uh-huh.
You've got Loaf, the extremely average.
Loaf. The extremely.
I like how seriously she's taken these.
I'm gonna win. I'm gonna actually
It's not
average
50 to 1.
50 to 1. Okay.
You've got Bonnie Poshcross.
Bonnie
I don't know what's happening.
Posh.
Tony's horrified. It's fallen into this one.
Posh.
And that's 150.
100 to 15.
And then you've got the unknown tosser,
Keep a unknown tosser.
which is 25 to 7.
Ooh! That means tosser, which is what?
25 to 7. And now, because you
25.
three have put your names on the chalkboards, you've got
Who's got the best odds?
We'll find out.
Wobble, the booze-addled baker.
Yeah.
And Wobble, the booze-addled baker, unfortunately, due to your sobriety level, you are at disadvantage, and therefore you have a 1 in 4, so 4 to 1 chance,
The
as long as you
booze
don't fall over in vomit.
addled
I've got a plan.
4 to 1 chance.
baker. He's 4 to 1.
You're
Yeah.
drunk.
4 to
again.
1.
No,
You
you're
have
not. We saw that.
magic,
Magic.
yeah, magic.
He
And
should have
your
quite good odds.
estimated odds. Your odds are so bad, dude.
What?
1,000 to 8.
1,000!
I don't
Why?
know why the calculation is
So if someone put 8 and I win,
if
you get
someone put 8
1,000.
on, you'll get 1,000 back.
What-
yeah.
why is this-
What's 8 quid doing?
Yeah, at this point,
8
it's
goals
like bizarre. And
for
then,
1,000.
funnily enough, Jean-Pierre has odds of 2 to 1 win.
Yeah.
We're not sure why, but
So I've got 8 to 1,000.
Judging by the amount of money currently circulating, my
Two-
lockbox must be getting
two-
quite.
Well, it
One.
depends. It depends.
Well,
Again, we'll be calculating how much goes into your lot box seat. Okay, so.
So those are the no. Are these all the other people? And right. Okay.
Right, let's throw some names.
Okay, so with that, I think.
This fucking name.
Can I do something, by the way, while in the box?
Yeah, I'll let you because you've not got a lot to do at the minute.
So inside the box, I have like my tiny tentacle hands writing out a small note, and I'd like to hear the things outside the box because I am the box, so I can just hear around me. Can I hear any of the potential names of the people who are putting money into the box?
What? They're shouting. It's me, Billy Biscuit, putting 5 gold pieces into this box.
Well, just in their idle conversations when they're not dealing with bets.
So like here and
Like, can I catch any of their names? I just need one.
Yeah, funny enough, you caught the name of Billy Biscuit. I just made it up, but I rolled a 20, so you get that one.
So what I'm doing is, I'm writing on a tiny piece of paper, "You've been robbed by Billy Biscuit," and I'm leaving that on the empty bottom of the chest that's hidden by the open compartment.
But you are the empty chest.
I am, and the thing is, all the gold's going into the pocket drawer I can open with my magic item. And when it closes, the chest will appear empty, but when it's open you can see all the gold because she opened
Okay,
it.
when are you doing that? Once all the betting's been done?
I'm basically doing this once I'm certain all the betting's gone, which she'll figure...
This will happen after everyone's been tossed.
I figure this will be a moment where it's like, yeah, normal money seems to be coming in after like a while, so people are done betting. And she's just going to leave this note plainly at the bottom so that way when it's opened and they see all their money is gone, they'll immediately have someone to blame.
Okay, that's absolutely fine.
How's it going to be opened if you're the boss?
Okay,
I
you
want them
three are going to get ready for the tossing event, so I'm going to pass over now to Amanda. Put down the bloody telephone or turn the toilet. So, Tony and Amanda, you two are going to
That's how
gamble.
she makes her jam.
So, are you going to approach one of the betting booths?
Yes.
Okay, so Tony, I'll do you first. There's a range of betting booths in front of you, including the famous Billy Biscuit, aficionado of the turf. He's got all the odds written on a board for all the various people. They're the same odds that I just gave to Amanda there.
All right. And how many
Do you
are
want the
there
odds?
How many
Have you
what?
got them
of the
down?
betting people?
I'd say there's a good 8.
8.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for number 3.
Sure thing. So you're going to gambling junket. Let me just get my piece of paper, and you're going to see. Let's.
Is it Flippable Volunteer?
No. Sam's Honest Bets.
Oh, it sounds honest, but there's different ones.
Yeah. So you're at Sam's Honest Bets. There's a cheerful-looking kind of gnome with his stupid-looking hat and his big red nose.
So how does this work then? You've got odds. You've got odds on gnomes. And but the tossers, do we bet on the tossers?
Well, the way this works,
Well, the
sir,
tossers.
is that you have got a bet, and you're betting for basically style. So you get voted on style, you get voted on distance, and you get voted on not going all dead when you land. Okay, so what we're voting for is you're going to get a fella, he's going to throw one of our little gnome chums, and you want distance, panache, style in the throw, certain amount of distance. The one that gets it the furthest while following the rules and also having the panache, that'll be the winner. And then basically what you can do is you can vote, you can put your bet in for first place. Obviously good odds on all my lovely men here. You can vote on whether it's been in the top 3, and of course you can bet on how many tragedies there might be. Everyone's entitled to 3 tosses each. We've got 25 people participating. That means that there's 75 chances for fun and mayhem.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to bet on
You're betting 2 to 1 on Tony.
Jean-Pierre.
Jean-Pierre.
How much you
Yeah.
putting down?
Okay, are you betting first or first, second, third?
I'll go for first.
You've got a lot riding on this. A lot of people are expecting a lot of money from you.
That's okay, I've got a lot of ways to choose.
And I shall put on.
We both do, that's
Best
the thing.
thing ever.
I mean, 10 gold
It would be an
pieces.
actual competition
10
for
gold
you
pieces.
with
Have you seen the hammer to
Terrible.
roll?
And then I shall bet on
The thing is, I'd be using
our
this
frog
step to
friend.
throw.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the eagle one.
Not
Top
only
3.
that, but,
Top 3.
should have complete advantage.
It's 400
Okay.
gold
5
pieces
gold
to get
pieces
your
as
shop
well.
reopened. And I've got like...
It would actually
No problem
be
at
a
all.
genuine
Great,
competition.
thank you for taking
I'm
that
hoping
bet.
to
It gives you a
win.
little, it gives you a
Gotta
little
win.
seat on over.
Out of the arena.
Wait, put someone in, put someone in, put someone here, top 3.
So I've just now got
painting
them down and you can then hand over
I'm
the
going to have
thing.
to, so I'm trying to get the
Right,
the main
Amanda.
400.
Which of the Galinda, which of the players are gambling?
3. I'm putting what I've been given on these 3 to
What you've
win.
been given. They've
Yeah.
been giving you money to bet on
It's
themselves.
400
No.
gold pieces to get his shop opened, and I've got no money apart from what I'm being given.
Bet
I
on me.
Wobble gobble.
So they're putting the 8 gold pieces
So we're
on me.
going for like.
Oh, 8 copper pieces on me.
We're going
Which
for-
would...
You've only got 8 copper pieces.
Well,
Yeah,
you
all
didn't
3
give me any
weeks.
money last time.
Yeah, you
I
did.
gave you loads of money. I gave
It's
you
not-
loads of gold.
It's not.
Have you not
Well, it's
written
not
down?
It is. Sorry, I've got 50 gold.
Right.
Yes,
You've got 50
yes.
gold.
50 gold and how many copper pieces?
Yes.
Let's
8.
not worry about the copper.
8
Right. If you put
Law.
copper pieces.
Let's
Right.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Which of
So-
the gambling people do you want to see? Are you going to see Billy Biscuit? Are you going to see Sam's on his bets or someone else?
Sam's on his bed.
Oh, okay, Sam's there. He's looking all happy. He's the known. He's got the 2 bodyguards.
Actually, I don't trust him. I'll go
Did
for
you
the
leave
other one.
immediately?
I'll
You
go
got
for the
Billy
other one.
Biscuit.
Yeah.
Okay, you get to see Billy Biscuit. He's like, hello, my lover.
Yeah, I'll go with Billy Biscuit.
Okay,
Yeah,
Billy
right.
Biscuit's
The one
there.
where it's get rolled.
No.
Man, I hear Billy Biscuit's been a bit of a thief lately.
Well, not yet, but he will be later on. Maybe.
Oh, and actually, by the way, I would like to quickly point something out. Anytime he writes on the blackboard, my mimic is able to watch because she can just kind of make
She's
tiny
peeking out of what he's like.
And the thing is, she's been watching how he writes, so she's completely copied his handwriting for the note.
Yeah, that's fine. Hello, it's me, Billy Biscuit, lovable rogue who give money to the poor, and everyone loves me. What can I do for you? He says.
Is there any other betting booths around here?
Yeah, there's another 6
You,
actually.
you're not knowing me for you.
I'll have a more honest one.
You would
How do you know if they're on it?
I don't trust him.
Okay, you go next to Billy Biscuit, where it's.
Oh,
Trustworthy.
Right, I've
Well,
lived
then
in
I've
this
got
town a
to
long
speak.
time, okay? So I must have some good
Are
intuition
you
about.
addicted to gambling or gnome tossing
Why not
about?
do it anyway? You could walk Billy Biscuit.
I'm gonna go and ask
Having a
somebody.
thought now.
Oh my.
See if you have any thoughts.
Perception,
I've
right?
already been that wrong.
I need to ask. I don't want to get rid
Time
of
with my leg.
perception. Hang on, where's my
I
star?
just made 20.
Okay. Perception, perception, perception.
We're about to make a lot of money.
I don't have a star in here. But
Just roll
perception.
it.
Just roll.
I just had a
Ten.
here
Right,
two time around.
okay, you see Millie Biscuit, a female gnome who is running a gambling emporium just next to Billy Biscuit.
And is she like well known
She
in the
wants to do
town?
It says behind her, well known in the town on the big notice board.
Excellent. Is she really honest?
Underneath that it says very honest.
Just place the bet. We're gonna need you for
I'm gonna play
ages.
some bets. Mini biscuit.
Hello, my love, who would you like to bet on then?
Look at she.
I'm gonna
It
bet
doesn't matter, she'd change.
on. I want to place a bet on Wobble Gobble.
But just fucking read shape.
Okay.
False appearance and shape.
You see there, there's
A
a
sign.
sign,
Nah, it's because
I'm already on it.
There you go.
and
Silly
I want to
shit.
place some money on Magic
One
the
minute. So you're
Toto.
betting on Wobble, okay, to come in first, second, third,
She
or
is
just
a
first.
assassination.
First, second.
Top 3 you want.
top 3.
Top 3. Top 3.
Okay, so you're doing spread. And what about for
If I
law?
can make a bit of money.
I am magic.
Yes.
It's magic.
More of a certainty.
Top
Top
3.
3.
People are coming over there.
Top
Yeah.
3. And what about
You're betting on the money I'm coming.
sorry, young Jean-Pierre.
Jean-Pierre,
Well done.
first.
You're betting all 3 of them. Wow, you know how to spread your bets. That's like someone going, I like all the horses, so I betted on all of them.
Yay!
No, there was a load of
That
other
sounds like
people.
something I did.
Yeah.
You're bound to win at that.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to know how much you bet on
each.
each.
The other day, honestly.
I'm going to bet. So what's up with my odds? How much will I get if I get the first 2?
We'll tell you if you win.
Put in one. Put at least 2 gold
Look, we'll
on
tell you if you win. Okay, the best odds currently are on Magic.
each.
The worst odds are currently on Terry. Sorry, on Jean-Pierre.
I'd put 2 gold on each. And then you're not.
I'll put 5 gold on Wobble.
More money.
It doesn't
No,
go
it's
through
the
to you
next
till the end. Not all the money's going in you.
I'll put 5 gold on Magic. And I'll put 6 gold on Jean-Pierre.
Oh, she has confidence in you, Jean-Pierre.
Jean-Pierre, you better win.
Roll 2 ones.
Well, we got 3 goals.
We're trying to get Wobble Gobble shot
you're gonna
back.
spike
We
that.
need
It's gonna be
400
the
gold.
fucking
Right.
Looney Tunes, Wile E. Coyote outline of the flag.
Okay then, so, first things first. So, it's time for you guys to go into the arena. I know it's very, very exciting. So, you've been watching for a while, and you've been watching as various other kind of people have gone in, and what they do is, you've noticed, okay, they go in, and there's loads and loads and loads of like volunteer gnomes all standing around, like puffed up and stuff like that, right? They choose one, some have favourite ones, but you know, they choose different gnomes. They declare themselves as the tosser, obviously, and then some of them kind of, they go spinning underarm like that, or some of them are over the head. Some of them, you know, they
And some of
even
them
use-
go round and
yeah,
round.
one
Like
of them
do
has a
that.
big ladle that he puts them into, it just goes like that, a bit like a lacrosse thing. You know, there's all kinds of things like that. So, after that, they go a certain distance, okay, and then someone comes out with a tape measure and a bandage usually, and they measure how far it's gone, and the crowd go like, hey! There's a guy like commentating on it. And everyone gets 3 tosses, obviously.
Got to make sure it's fair.
Got to make sure it's fair.
6 ones.
So I'm going to put you 3 in together. I'm not going to bother kind of with doing all the other ones. We'll do that one in a bit. Now, Jean-Pierre, Magic and Wobble. How would you like to go? Which order would you like to go in?
I'm happy however you just want to.
Well, why not start with Wobble, then
Okay, Wobble's
Turtle,
going.
and then...
Sorry, Magic, then who's next?
I'll go in the middle.
You're going in the middle, okay, JP, and then it's going to be Wobble. Okay, that's lovely. Okay then, so someone comes up and you're all given a consent form. It just says basically it's a waiver against any hideous cheese-based incidents or things like that. You'll find that.
Yep.
Just signing the waiver, not reading it even through.
Oh,
That's what we like. Off you go.
Nobody signed the waiver.
Okay.
My mind's not even a name anymore, it's just a
I'll
line.
just sign toilet paper.
It's
Okay,
just like that.
so you lot are all basically inside like a thing. There's like a lead up into the centre of the thing, and you hear next up in the toss zone, please welcome the slowest yet most methodical launcher this side of the snack belt. He's calibrated every muscle, reinforced his own shell. He's forgotten what adrenaline feels like. Please give a respectfully slow clap for Magic the Tortoise. And the crowd murmurs. One child yells, "Is he going to throw a ledger?" So,
Right. So
okay, you guys are excited. You can see
you're
the
ready
tortoise
for
coming
this?
in.
I think no one's ready. So I get my rope and I tie it round the gnome.
Wait a second, you haven't chosen
He's
a
going to
gnome
bubble
yet.
it also.
Are you
I'm
going-
getting the
You
smallest
have to-
one.
Wait a minute. Okay, so we are in the arena, and you, Magic.
Can you pick one of the
You need
names?
to choose
I've
a
got the
name.
names.
Right, what have we got?
Hang on, I'll tell you the names of them again.
No, they're
No,
not
that's
ones
the
that
bet.
get
Oh,
shot.
that's the bench shot, yeah, sorry.
Right, so the gnomes are. Scroll down. Okay, so we can see here there is 4 gnomes. One has no shirt, he's greased up and has the words "Toss Me" tattooed across his chest.
Oh God.
Another one is a very small gnome in formal wear with a monocle,
I'll have
a
that
legal
one.
brief. Wait a minute. You also have one who looks slightly burned and smells of gunpowder. And you have one wrapped in a luxurious robe sipping a fizzy root spritzer.
No, I want the second one.
Okay, so you are going for, and he walks up to you. "Hello, sir, I'm Bibble Not Whistle a Third."
You got that today.
Marvellous. So, unfortunately, that means, because they all have tossing bonuses. So, let me just, right, so, would you care to explain? You'll move into the middle of the field.
Right. So I get my rope, which I have somewhere, I can't remember. I've got rope.
Yeah.
So I tie it to the gnome
Yeah.
and I start spinning like a hammer throw. Now, I pick up my momentum and then after my third spin I let go and this gnome just absolutely starts soaring in the air.
Which direction?
I don't know, I've just started spinning like a massive, it's like a chain
don't know where
it just
it
starts
goes.
spinning and I face forward and let go and pray and it's going like
The
straight
right direction.
the right way.
Or immediately creeps the crowd hissing the child.
Okay, so you're doing the
Hammer
The announcer
throw.
goes, and this is one we haven't seen for a while, the hammer toss yeet, the Bibble Not Whistle a Third. So,
No, he's turned into large.
we'll give it a second just to get his breath back.
Just
Yes, we saw.
right, continue.
Okay, so you're going to get a +2 modifier for that, I'm afraid,
Yay.
because you know what, you're going for it. And I'm not going to give you any DC on this one because what the hell. Okay, so what's your athletics skill, please?
Is that acrobatics? Oh, athletics +6.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Oh
a
my,
+8.
That's beautiful.
oh my god.
That is beautiful.
Okay then, so could you please roll the dice And add your 8 to it.
1.
9?
9
6.
plus
You've got the
8.
dot at the bottom.
Oh, 6
6.
plus 8.
Okay, 6
That
plus
is,
8. I can do this maths, I'm pretty
14.
sure.
14.
Yeah. Okay, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
That is a 3.
Do you throw it the right way?
That's the thing, isn't it? Such completely opposite direction, look.
Well, at least I didn't add my strength modifier.